This is Drop In Drop Out, the weekly podcast where a mix of gamers come together to talk all about video games. Kayla, what are we talking about today?
Patrick, I'm so glad that you asked. I have brought to the table today a little exercise, a little reminiscent of an old JK Games game that we used to play. What food or what game is this food, and vice versa? In celebration of Thanksgiving, we're rebranding the holiday because none of us want to celebrate the holiday necessarily. We're making it a gamer holiday instead. So we're going to talk today about our appetizer games, our main course in relation to Thanksgiving type food. So we're going to go around, give our appetizer, main course, casserole, dessert on this lovely day together. And I cannot wait to see what all of my lovely co-hosts have brought to the table. Which, speaking of, we're going to introduce you to everyone that's here today, and we're going to do a little icebreaker. And here's what I want you to picture. Picture this. The year is 2002-ish.
2002?
You're sure,
Oh.
yeah, around about.
Oh
You're
my
young.
God.
Oh God,
You
yeah,
know,
this is right after 9/11.
I know. There's so much to take in.
It's like an old school Thanksgiving dinner. You're sitting at the table with your family, and there's this one dish that is not something you would say is a traditional dish that your family does. What is something unique to your family or your like area in which you live that you think that we would be like, what the heck is this dish that my Aunt Carol has brought to the table? I can start. So has anyone ever heard of fluff stuff by chance?
I'm sorry. Did you say fluffed stuff?
Fluff stuff.
Fluff
And-
like marshmallow fluff?
Yes.
Is
It's
it
called
marshmallow with
specifically-
stuffing?
I'm so glad that you asked. It's technically called like pink fluff stuff is what it's called. And Patrick, if you Google it, you'll probably find it. But
scared.
essentially, it's like a
Safe search on.
it's like a fruit salad with marshmallow fluff in it, and it is delicious.
You can
It's
get
got,
that
like-
white person bullshit right out of here, Kayla.
Yes, correct. We can recognize that the panel is not a very cultured panel. Okay, that's why I'm like bring to the table like something that you know is like odd, and this is very much like it's a tradition in our Thanksgiving household.
Sure.
And it's
You
got, like,
guys can't
condensed
see this,
milk.
but I pulled up B-roll for the video. This shit is crazy looking, dude.
It's crazy.
I
It
cannot
is
wait to see
crazy. It's got like cherry pie, like it's got like filling and it's condensed milk and like pecans sometimes are on the top. It's actually really good. So it's like a mix between a dessert and like an appetizer. But that's one of my family things that is very odd. And I don't even know. Oh, so sorry. Don't even know that I can give a game to this. But Jordan, welcome to the show. Give us
Thank
your
you, thank
non-traditional dish that your family does.
So, I don't know how non-traditional this is necessarily. It's certainly no pink fluff and stuff, but it is a casserole that I will be bringing later. And I just feel like I haven't really seen it. Like when I go to my wife's family's Thanksgiving, like this is not at theirs. So like to some extent, it's not like a given that it's gonna be there. It's broccoli casserole. You ever had that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Broccoli.
Okay,
Now-
okay.
Yes, broccoli casserole.
Important question. Does
Yes.
do they put onions on the top? The fried onion,
Ooh,
French
yeah.
onion things?
Yeah.
Because
No,
that is
okay.
Cayman, does your family do that? They do the
Yeah,
little,
if you
like-
get a broccoli casserole, you got to get the fried. They're like, I don't even know how to really
Like a shoestring
explain it.
onion?
It's just-
Yeah, it's like a crunchy
like
onion.
chopped
Sounds
up.
good.
Yeah, on top. It's like the crust.
The
Yeah.
the crunch on top of my mom's is Ritz crackers,
Oh,
which
Okay.
also it
Okay.
plays really well. It plays really
Plays
well.
really well to the
it's
audience.
real well, folks.
How cheesy of the broccoli casserole are we talking?
Oh, it's pretty cheesy. It is
Like
pretty
clog
cheesy.
you up,
Oh,
cheesy.
it's pretty juicy.
I don't know about clog you up, but it's got a good mix. Like
That's called an Indiana broccoli salad. A slight
I'm not
clog
from
dish.
Indiana. I just live here now.
Now
Right.
you're doxing Jordan on the episode. Thank you, Jordan.
It's the Midwest.
Patrick,
It's a huge state.
that's
But
true, yeah.
there's only a few thousand people that live in it.
That's true.
So easier to narrow him down.
6,000.
Amazing. I always, for some reason, think that Jordan lives in Kentucky, even though he doesn't. But, Patrick, what
Yeah.
are you bringing? What does your family have at the table that is you would consider non-traditional?
I don't. I really don't think I have an answer, and so I'm
Oh,
gonna pivot a little bit because I don't want to not have an
okay.
answer,
Okay,
and
that's
talk
fine.
about Christmas some instead of
Oh,
Thanksgiving,
okay. Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. We're
something that I'm
close.
gonna complain about in some point in this episode is that I don't like Thanksgiving dinner. Like you pick up
Whoa.
the Thanksgiving meal, you put it in, like it's not a holiday. You're just having
Right.
like turkey and all the things that you have at Thanksgiving. It's like it's so boring to me.
Yeah. We all
Now,
pretend we
shout out
like
to
it.
my sister who won't ever listen to this and will never know that I say this. She has done Thanksgiving before and she's tried to do like non traditional versions of all the dishes and she does a very good job.
Mhm.
Not to say that my mother's a bad cook, my mother's a great cook, but it's just like it's just boring to me, the traditional Thanksgiving
Yeah.
food.
Right.
But for Christmas, we typically do on Christmas Eve, we do like a huge charcuterie board, but more than like it's just like little. It's just
Ooh.
only apps. It's like oops, all apps
Like
essentially for Christmas Eve.
tapas. Like some
Kind of like
tapas.
tapas, yeah. And so there's like a sausage ball that my mom does that
Ooh.
sometimes makes its way to Thanksgiving on. So maybe it can like kind of work for both, but it's like a spicy sausage ball, cheesy. It's just oh, that's so good. That's like the only thing I
It's a
can think
spicy
of that like
meatball.
it's a spicy meatball. It's like kind of the only thing that came to mind, even though it kind of isn't really a good answer.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I love that. I think my family does like a big cheese ball. That's literally just like a bunch of cheeses
Whoa.
and this huge ball, and they just
Yeah.
it's kind of gross when you think about it. Everyone just dips their crackers in it and
Sure.
then just goes to town. Cayman, I'm sure you have a fun answer. I feel like your family probably has some wacky Thanksgiving
Patrick
food. Sure.
Patrick stole mine.
No way.
Wacky
Uh,
Thanksgivings. Yeah, my family does very basic Thanksgivings. So
okay.
ours we always do is sausage balls are definitely, which I don't know if
Yeah.
like if you've had a sausage ball. It's just like for those of you listening who haven't, it's like breakfast sausage, cheddar cheese, and then like biscuit, and you roll it up and bake it in the oven, and it's one of the most delicious
Ooh.
things. That being said, I feel like my favorite new Thanksgiving tradition that we have is actually with my wife's family, and it reminds me that I actually have a drink for tonight's episode, because that's all they do on Thanksgiving is they
Mhm.
drink a lot. From the time we
Yeah.
literally start with a mimosa and then it just goes straight to whiskey and beer for the rest of the
Ah,
day.
that's awesome.
Which that being said, cheers to you all for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Patch,
Cheers.
someone's of course he's got his
Cheers.
they're your anal implants.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm.
yeah, so yeah, boring Thanksgiving, but
Hmm.
um, this year I'll be surviving off a boost. So
Amazing. I
To
think what's
add,
not boring though.
sorry.
Oh yes, go ahead.
I was going to add one thing to kind of say something a little different. Rose's
hmm,
family, we often do something that's just like not Thanksgiving-y. So like sometimes we'll just have
Yeah.
like Indian food for Thanksgiving, which is fun to like do something totally
Ooh.
different.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that.
Any excuse for
Um,
Indian food, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct, yes. Okay, well, let's dive into something that's a little bit more interesting. We're going to talk appetizers. So we're going to start with, we're going to go around the horn and talk about what is the appetizer that you're bringing to the table and what game reminds you of this appetizer. And everyone, I think, is going to have a little bit of a different approach to this one. So I'm very curious, like, why you chose what you chose. And I'm going to give you the old cognitive clips answer for mine. I'm going to start us off with my appetizer, which is one of my personal favorite Thanksgiving appetizers, deviled eggs. What you guys think about
Ooh.
deviled eggs?
I'll fucking slam some deviled eggs, brother. Oh my fucking god! Here's the thing: when you picked deviled eggs, I was so fucking pissed off. I ate a
Aw,
dozen deviled eggs earlier this week in a
It's
sitting.
Whoa.
horrifying.
yeah,
We were
that's
hanging out with some
amazing.
friends of ours, and she has chickens, and she was like, "Yeah, this is a thing I do. I just always make deviled eggs for everyone. It's like my famous dish."
Aww.
And I was like, "All right, I've had quite a few deviled eggs in my life. Holy fuck! I've revolutionized the deviled egg game. I know she didn't put relish in the deviled egg. She chopped up
Mm.
pickles, like fresh pickles, chopped them up, and then mixed that instead. And it was like fucking wild. Sorry
Little
for
Did it
paprika
have like
on
a?
that bit.
Oh yeah. Did it have a little crunch to it because it was just full ass
Oh yeah,
pickles?
that that was the thing. It
Oh.
had like you were taking a bite, and you get crunches of these like chunks of pickle with like the sour with the salty with the egg. It just was. I ate a whole 12 of them, a whole platter of them. They just sat it in front of me, and I finally there was this moment in time where I was like, I've gone too far. You've already judging me now.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't matter if I finish the tray. There's 2 left. I'll just eat them.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's like,
Yeah.
Correct.
you've already eaten 10. What's 2 more? You know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I completely stole your thunder, Kayla.
Oh no, it's okay. This is also one of the things I wanted to do in this episode is like talk about how much we love these foods as well. So I know deviled eggs and pickles and relish can be a divisive topic. So I'm glad that we're all on the same page. I'm a pickle girl. So when you said pickles in the eggs, I was like, hell yeah. Does anyone also ever forget that you can have these foods like year round whenever? Like when you said that you just had deviled eggs the other day, I was like, what? Wow, how? That's only
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
For
So
sure.
I went on
Yeah.
a kick.
Is that
I
allowed?
went on a kick a few
Yeah.
months ago where Sid was making deviled eggs multiple times a week.
Hell yeah.
Like
The
I was
sodium.
eating dozens of eggs, and then I was like, and then my body was like, no more.
The
And then I've
cholesterol, the
not wanted the
sodium.
deviled eggs since. And then I had one of these and was like, I've changed man again. I need him again. So, you know.
Yeah. And the reason why I
Call
said
that
that
a
I was going,
relapse.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a clever egg pun to go with that. I don't think I have one.
It's okay.
But the reason I was saying I was going cognitive clips is because I'm giving you the old recency bias here. Which if you haven't checked out
Whoa.
cognitive clips recency bias video essay, you should check it out.
Mm.
But the reason why is because, and I also figured, like, for me personally, I haven't had a ton of time or place lately to talk about the games I've been playing recently. And let me just tell you, hey, these devil eggs are pretty good, huh? To the podcast.
Yes.
I've started playing Hades 2 very recently, and if you're in our Discord, which if you're not, you should join our Discord because I imagine when this goes live, we'll also be talking about all the foods in the Discord. But I'm having such a good time with Hades 2, and I have only just scratched the surface. And you may be wondering, like, why is this relevant to deviled eggs? Well, in my mind, it's very much so, like Cayman was talking about, they're quite addictive and very much like a one more thing. Let me do one more run. Let me go get one more deviled egg. You know what I mean? Like,
There you go.
you just can't, and then you just got this itch. You can't put it down. You want to keep going back to the little tray. Does your family have like an actual deviled egg tray, you know, with the little like inserts in them? Yeah, I can't stop with this game. I picked it up because it's in the Game Awards a lot. It's also in the Indie Game Awards, which JK Games are judges on. So I really wanted to pick it up to be able to speak to it, and I did not think I was going to like it as much as I did. So that's my appetizer. And I would love to toss it to my friend Jordan and see what is your appetizer in game for your appetizer. Give us your thought.
Yes. I chose the appetizer of just some good old rolls. I'm pretty sure this is not like a Kentuckiana thing. Like I'm pretty sure it's like a nationwide brand. Sister Schubert. Does this ring any bells?
I'm
Yeah.
not familiar with this.
These
Sister
are usually
Schubert.
frozen. These like
What?
frozen dinner rolls. It's a brand. But like
Hit the Googles.
Oh yeah, I know
What's that?
Sister Schubert. I just don't know her by name.
yes. But like, I
Yes.
mean, they're not like the most, extravagant things, but they're there, they're good. I was thinking of appetizers as, it's something safe. It's something that most people will be willing to have at least one of, like while they're waiting for
Yeah.
the main course kind of thing. So in
I got it.
spirit, I chose Quiplash 2.
Oh,
Because even
That's a
even the
great appetizer game.
non-gamers- Yes, even the non-gamers, like, oh, okay, I can just pull up my phone, type in the little code, and like, I have a few laughs while we're waiting for the food to come out. Like, that's almost like a thing with whenever my wife's family is over, like at our house for any occasion. That's like a like a lengthy visit. We almost always just pop down to the base and fire up my Switch and like end up playing some Quiplash 2 for a while. And it's a good time.
Yeah, that's a really good pick. And you've encouraged me to want to bring my Switch to my family Thanksgiving, but I don't know if some of the Quiplash games are appropriate for my Meemaw. So we'll see.
Probably.
We'll find out.
Ah.
Cayman, is your appetizer appropriate for my Meemaw?
I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. It depends. I don't know. You might have a cool meemaw. I don't know. You know. I really want if I'm ever in a place, and I'm not, I'll never be in a place where I'll have like the nickname like that. I've always wanted to be Pappy. I just love the
Ooh,
idea of being Pappy.
we could just
Pappy.
call you
Pappy.
Pappy. Yeah.
You could call.
We can start calling you Pappy right now.
At a certain point, Dumpster. I have to retire Dumpster Boy because I have become a Dumpster Man. Maybe that's when the moniker
Pappy.
changes to Pappy.
Dumpster Pappy.
Ooh, that sounds like a pedophile's name.
It does.
Optics not great.
That being said,
If the monitoring anklet fits, wear it.
That's fair. So my appetizer, I went with pigs in a blanket. So for me,
Yeah.
what comes to mind with pigs in a blanket is you're bringing two diametrically opposed, separate entities, two things that you could eat, and most people do eat separately. You just put them together. Take a little weenie, you wrap that fucker in a croissant, and then you bake it in the oven. And then you get a pigs in a blanket, and it's a staple item, but it is two drastically different things. So when I sat there, I said, okay, whatever game I bring to the table is going to be something that's going to have two components that are so different that you wouldn't think to put them together. Then I thought of a game that you are a cult leader who are battling demons while also having a cozy sim and monitoring your little village. And that is Cult of the Lamb. What
that's
a
good.
perfect symbolism there of having two things, a cozy sim and what is arguably one of the most like stressful genres of game with a roguelike. And then slamming those two together. And now here's the thing. I think Meemaw would survive it. I think she could stomach it. It's when she has to start feeding her villagers and her cult members poop. I think Meemaw taps out at that point. You know who won't tap out? This guy. That's my favorite thing to do is to make them all eat shit. They love it though.
They'll slop it up.
They won't slopping it up.
Some say they ask for it,
Some
my
say
God,
they
I can't.
technically they literally ask for it. A
love
lot
it.
actually.
I love a good pig in a blanket, and I love a good Cult of the Lamb. I may have had that game somewhere else. So I might have to rethink one of my choices.
I was worried
Yeah.
when we were going through. I was like, if there's one game that I'm gonna get hit with, the rest of my list I feel is very safe. But that was the one game I was a little nervous and it was specifically nervous that you were gonna pick it.
It's
so
okay.
I'm sorry,
We can
Caleb, for
pivot.
stealing that from you.
Honestly, I think it makes a lot more sense with yours, especially when you think of like when they roll up the little bodies. It kind of looks like a pig's in a blanket. So
True.
Yeah.
True.
Patrick, what appy are you bringing to the table today?
I'm so glad you asked, Kayla. I'm already treading ground that has not been treaded thus far. With the appetizer that I chose to bring cranberry sauce. And the reason I'm some might in the chat later in the comments of YouTube say I'm a trailblazer is that I'm not bringing one game. No, I'm not bringing two games, Kayla. No, I'm bringing a whole franchise of video games because let me go around the horn for a second as I build this up. When you think of cranberry sauce, Jordan, what if you're visualizing cranberry sauce on the table of Thanksgiving, what do you see? What do you smell? What do you hear? Like what comes to mind for you?
Mostly the word no.
Okay, sure. No, that's fair. Cayman, what about you? Does anything come to mind, whether it can be one word, a phrase, a feeling, a vibe?
Okay, so two things. First, squelching.
Squelching, sure. So far, these are both working very well for what I'm setting up.
And
Continue.
then the other is there was this Grindhouse film back in the day. It's a Thanksgiving. It's one of the first Thanksgiving, if not the first Thanksgiving horror film called Blood Rage. And this guy keeps walking around all these dead bodies and be like, "Oh, that ain't cranberry sauce! Oh, that ain't cranberry sauce!" And he just keeps yelling that it's like obviously it's a dead body. Of course it's not cranberry sauce. It's fucking blood.
Sure.
Blood Rage. Love that movie.
Sounds good.
Save Trash Cinema.
The podcast. Kayla, what about you? Does any words, phrases, vibes come to mind when you visualize cranberry sauce on the table at Thanksgiving?
I'm not a big cranberry sauce girly, so I unfortunately just imagine that big old blob with the
Yep.
little indents of the can it came
Yep.
out of, where it's just on the table with the little lines in it.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
What I see, you tiptoed around it. What I see is someone plopping that plate on the table and it just jiggles. I'm thinking of jiggle physics. I'm thinking of Dead or Alive came in. Extreme volleyball, Venus Vacation. I mean, the list goes on. Give me a game with jiggle physics, and that's the cranberry sauce of video games.
Right.
Book it, brother.
At our table here tonight, we had left one space empty for the spirit of Jake.
Yeah.
To be here in attendance.
Yeah.
Our fallen soldier, Jake Twitchen.
Who out there this Thanksgiving gonna get up on the table and slap their cranberry sauce in front of their relatives? Someone's got to do it.
Just give it a
Someone's
spanking.
gonna get up there and just give a little
slapping a cranberry
slap.
sauce trend.
Get those jiggles going,
Oh yeah.
Now I really hope
Meemaw's not gonna be able to make it through that. I'll tell you that much.
I purposely redacted my grandmother's actual name that I call her. Meemaw is her pseudo grandmother name because I don't want to defame her name on this podcast. I'm just joking.
Smart.
Patrick, that's really good. I like that. I think it's time for us we've gone through our apps. We're already full, probably going back in for seconds. We're going in for the main course, the main event. I'm sure everyone has kind of like different main courses that typically have, but if we're talking tradition, we're looking at turkey. Turkey, it's controversial. There's a lot of different ways that you can do turkey. My personal favorite these days is a good old deep fried turkey. You guys ever had a deep fried turkey before?
I actually have not.
It's really good. It's very dangerous to cook.
Yeah.
You have to like freaking drop it in, like drop in, drop out the turkey. So that's what I have picked for my main course, and I think I share it with another here, Patrick. So I'll give you my take and where my head's at with this. And I also, too, am going to have a franchise for my main course.
Trailblazing Kayla.
Get your forks out, get your knives. I like to do a turkey sandwich sometimes. I put it in between the rolls. And I'll make a little turkey sandwich. Sister Schubert, shout out to her. When I think about turkey, if it's not a deep fried turkey, which I think is much better, if it's just a plain like roasted turkey, it can be a little dry. My family's not necessarily the best at like flavoring it, but everyone's gonna put it on their plate. Everyone's gonna eat it. It's a part of the tradition. Like if you're around for Thanksgiving, you're getting this, and so it brings us together. We're all together for it. We're all gonna probably only eat it like once a year. I don't know about you guys, but I don't ever like crave turkey just like on a Saturday afternoon. I'm gonna eat it on Thanksgiving. And so I chose Call of Duty as a franchise for my turkey. And the reason is I love Call of Duty, but will I probably pick up Black Ops 7 again unless I'm playing with you guys? Probably not. It's something that I'm doing like as an event. So I'm there. It's kind of the same every year. There's not really a lot of innovation when it comes to turkey. And there's also not a lot of innovation when it comes to Call of Duty games. So while I do love them, and it's something that I will do with my family, it's not something that I'm going to like be going back to a lot, and I'll probably only have it like once a year. So that is my main course turkey game. But Patrick and I shared this main course. So I'm gonna let Patrick go next.
As I continue to try and reinvent myself in this podcast every time, instead of a franchise or even one game, I'm bringing multiple games this time for turkey.
Yes.
So you touched on some things for me with turkey. Dry. What is the deal with turkey and being dry? But everyone has it in their head that it's fucking great because we do it every year. There are billions of turkeys sold around the globe for both Christmas and Thanksgiving. Fucking turkeys everywhere. You know what that made me think of, Cayman? A game that came out this year that everyone seems to have in their fucking head is good when it's just dry ass, the same ass thing they already did. Split Fiction. Now you deep fry a turkey. You give it a texture, you give it juice, you give it sauce. That's It Takes Two, Cayman. A game that was innovative, did something new, did something different. and then they just try to do the exact same fucking thing with Swift Fiction, and it's boring as shit. So I'm doing a little twofer with that one.
I
That's good.
can't disagree, Patrick. That's fair. I'm a little disappointed that not one of you went with a wet turkey. It was like, well, I'm going dry turkey. There's got to be a wet turkey out there, which might be, one might say, Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker.
With all that
too
water?
much water in this turkey, slaps it, it just gushes out, and one small island every 2 miles.
Well, I don't want to have a wet turkey.
All three bring turkey.
Cayman, I don't think that you did bring turkey to the table.
I did not.
I would love to know what your actual main course is for the evening.
Well, good news is we're staying in the poultry family. And I chose for this Thanksgiving chicken. And you gotta think to yourself, who the fuck would bring chicken to a Thanksgiving meal? To which I would say, someone probably. But when you think about the idea of a turkey and a chicken is like the pinnacle of poultry, right? Because we only have it like on Christmas and Thanksgiving. No one eats turkey outside like a turkey sandwich. No one eats turkey like this. But someone brings the chicken, like, fucker, I eat chicken a couple times a week, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
that briefcase?
run-of-the-mill thing. So I think of this as like, well, if turkey is the mainstay and is the AAA of the poultry game, then the chicken must be AA, right? And so I decided to bring a game that I thought would be the encapsulation of what a main course would be in the AAA field. And what game would rip off the largest game of all time? Saints Row. Because
that's good.
if you look at it, what is your Thanksgiving meal? Is going to be Grand Theft Auto, one of the greatest selling games of all time. You get it every fucking year. It's always going to be there. It will continue to forever be there until past the day we are dead. But you know what? There's only going to be one random fucker that's going to bring a chicken to Thanksgiving. And that chicken has a whole side quest where you go around in the Septic Avenger and shoot shit at people. To which I say, I just realized the first 2 games I brought today both involve shit to some degree.
Amazing.
But Saints Row is the chicken to Grand Theft Auto's turkey. And I might say, maybe be the better No, never mind. I don't say that. Let's be honest. Saints Row has never been as good as Grand Theft Auto.
Sure.
But, you know, it's more versatile. I'll settle on the point that Saints Row is more versatile than Grand Theft Auto. And I don't think anyone can disagree with me on that.
No.
I think that's
like that
fair.
choice.
Has anybody ever heard of Cornish hen? Have you guys ever had those at Thanksgiving?
yeah.
No, some people do
haven't
that. Our
heard of
family
it.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Cornish
it's a good
hen
choice,
is a
though.
quadruple A game. Like skull and bones.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
there you
yes,
go.
yes.
That's good. That's good. Jordan, what is your main course game today?
So the main course dish itself is ham. And, so when I'm thinking of this, I'm thinking
What
like,
ham?
some folks, my family, will have a little bit of both, not like
Both.
giant both. It'll have, some turkey, some ham, just to have some options. So I kind of thought of this particular dish as like something that still has mass appeal, but you're starting to get into little camps, different preferences. It's still filling and it's satisfying for those who want it, but not everybody's going to go for it. So I was like, what's a great game that everyone should probably like and should probably play, but not everybody's going to because, genre differences, preferences, whatever. Control. Give me some Control.
Ooh, that's
Yes, yes,
good.
yes.
The control
Not
hand.
everybody wants a shooter. Not everybody wants the spooky vibes. But like those who are there for it, we are there for it.
Right. I was
Sure,
kind of
that's
hoping
ham.
you were going to bring Peppa Pig to the game, but
Yeah.
I'll take Control.
Oh no!
Controls. I got the platinum in both, and I can tell you Control is more fun.
Sure.
That's
Yes, it is.
so sad.
true.
Honestly, I'm picking ham over the turkey when it's there. I probably get both, honestly.
I get
Do you
both.
guys do a hot or cold ham?
Cold.
I prefer hot,
Okay.
but I can go either
Cold
way.
ham? I don't think I
Yeah.
understand the question.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
my family always does the ham cold. Like you
Yeah.
eat the ham cold. It's not hot when it's served. Like turkey is like scalding hot when it comes out.
Yeah.
But
No,
like
maybe
ham, we always eat as cold. I don't know. I don't like ham like that. I don't like ham. I think period.
Mm.
I'm a turkey guy, but I
yeah,
vibe
I
with
guess
those
we've
you
had like
choose.
room temp ham before. I wouldn't say it's cold though. Like it's not
Yeah,
chilled,
I
right?
don't.
No,
It's just room
we eat cold
temperature.
ham.
It's cold,
No,
straight from the
it's
fridge.
chilled. Yeah, it's
It's
cold.
No,
chilled.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think mine's cold. Yeah. No, I didn't know that was weird, but yeah. And
It
now
might
that
not
you think
be.
about it, it is
To
kind
me,
of
it is
weird that the
though.
turkey's hot and the ham is cold. I don't know why that is.
Y'all trying to make
Do
a
you guys
tornado
ever
on your
take?
plate.
Do you guys
Yeah.
ever take
Oh,
your ham and then like dust it in some butter and brown sugar
Oh, brother.
and then fry it off in a skillet instead of doing the turkey sandwich? You do the ham
ooh.
sandwich instead.
Brother.
Oof.
For nothing
That'll
like
switch up.
taking a ham from the night before or even the same night, chopping it up a little bit, throwing it in the skillet. Oh, brother.
Oh yeah, fry that
Mm-hmm,
shit
mm-hmm.
up. Yeah.
Ooh,
That sounds good.
important intermission question as we are about to move into the casserole section. Do you guys allow your food to touch or no? Are you
No,
are you
absolutely
touchers?
fucking
Any
not.
touchers?
No,
Who I'm touching they shit
no,
right now.
absolutely not. No.
Kevin's no.
Mm-mm.
It
Fuck no.
depends for me on the food. Like if it's a runny food, like if it's like a mashed potatoes and gravy, and the gravy's like in something that shouldn't be,
Nope.
then that's no. Or green bean juice is like in
No.
something.
Green beans go on
No,
their
this-
own separate plate. You can't trust that juice.
Sure.
Look, guys, I'm not kidding. My wife spent years trying to figure this out for me. Not only can my food not touch, it all is eaten separately in order.
Oh,
Okay.
I do not. I
interesting.
eat my
Okay.
sides before I eat my main entree,
Huh.
and I eat
Okay,
them in
I like.
order because I can't touch. Nothing can fucking touch.
Yeah, sure. And what are your diagnoses from your psychiatrist exactly? I'm joking.
We're still figuring that out, brother.
Let's
So don't like my
circle
food to
back
touch.
to that after the new year.
Yeah.
We'll circle
Put a
it
pin
on
in
the next mental health episode next year. We'll talk about it.
Yes.
I like to go a bite at a time for each thing, but I do save my favorite thing for last because I like the last thing to be that I taste to be my favorite thing.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I do get that. But
I'm glad to know that I'm
let's-
not the only fucked up one here.
no, not at all. If only Jake was here, we would really understand. I think. I'm just joking. Let's talk some casseroles. I feel like this is a staple, especially of the southern US, in Thanksgiving, probably otherwise as well. Lots of casseroles to choose from, some more interesting than others. I know Jordan already mentioned green bean casserole in the not green bean casserole, you said broccoli casserole. in
Broccoli.
the-
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I want you to go ahead and lead us since we already know your casserole of choice, Jordan. What was your thought process here? What game are you thinking for your casserole dish?
Yeah. So, my brother and I have joked, mostly him, have joked before, like, Mom, if you're not making the broccoli casserole, then we're not coming. Like, this has to be there. Like, it's expected. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm thinking of something that. At first, I was trying to think of like a group type of thing for like a game
Yeah.
that everyone would expect to be here. But then I was thinking, like, what about me? What about Cog himself? Like, if someone was to come over to my house for games to eat up some gaming, like, what would they expect to be there? And if it wasn't there, then like they would be shocked. They might even be annoyed. They might even leave. Metroid Prime Remastered's got to be there. Like, if someone's coming to my house and they're like, "Bro, where's your Metroid Prime?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's got to
Sure.
it's got to be there.
That's good. I love that. That's a really good point. I have definitely had those. Deviled eggs is one of them, which of course they're gonna be there. But
Yes.
that's good. I like that. Patrick,
Can you come back to me? Can you go to
What-
someone else first?
yes, I can.
I'm pivoting. I
Heyman.
don't like the one that I chose, and I'm trying to think of a new one.
Well,
Take your time.
it's gonna maybe take me a minute for me to try to be able to pitch you guys on this. So just bear with me. Look, I feel like I'm batting at 1,000 right now. I feel like my platter of Thanksgiving meals is all works, at least for me. But this is where I might lose some folks. So hear me out. I chose sweet potato casserole.
Okay.
Now
Oh, yeah.
let's dissect what a sweet potato casserole is. It typically comes two separate ways. In my house, sweet potato casserole is just mashed sweet potatoes with brown sugar, cinnamon, and all them allspice, all those good goods. And then it's topped with marshmallows.
Yeah.
It's baked, and
Yes.
then we can give it that little kiss of flame on top. You can also have it with some nuts, pecans. We don't do it because I'm allergic to pecans, so we don't do it with pecans. Or you can get it either way. The big thing here is you're taking a very standard kind of boring item. You're turning it into essentially what is a dessert, right?
Mhm.
And that's why I brought today Lollipop Chainsaw.
Nice.
And the reason I did is I am taking the hack and slash genre and I am throwing some marshmallows, I'm throwing some rainbows, some sprinkles, some glitter. I am turning a genre that is known for just being very doom and gloom, and I am just covering it in a whole lining of sugar and spice and everything nice. And
Schwartz's.
I think, personally, that if I'm going to eat a casserole like this, a dessert, one might even call sweet potato casserole
Yeah.
a dessert, then I want my game to also be somewhat of a dessert, which I also think Lollipop Chainsaw is. It is one of those dumb, mindless games that you just sit there and indulge on for, a few hours and then the game's over. And so,
Yeah.
what's better than having a casserole that's both sweet, with a little kick to it, a little zest to it, and you can just gnaw on for a little bit of time and then you don't think about it again.
Love a zesty
No,
casserole.
I love
like
that.
My zesty
Is that
casserole.
ooh, that could be your stripper name, Zesty Casserole. I think that would be
Ooh.
really
There we
good.
go.
Move over, Pappy. Zesty Casserole is here to play.
Really putting the ass in
T-shirt is
so
casserole.
sweaty,
good.
actually. Correction.
Oh my gosh. I did not choose a zesty dish, in fact. My casserole of choice. I kind of went the similar route of Jordan where my quintessential casserole is what I picked. Like if I show up to the function and this is not there, I'm not bringing it. But if it's not there, then I'm gonna be upset. And I'm not necessarily gonna go out of my way to make it, but it's something that I cherish deeply when I have it. And I want everyone else to have it. I want everyone to experience it. It makes me feel nostalgic. It makes me feel comfortable. It makes me feel like home. And I want to share it with people. And that is going to be Titanfall for my
There we go.
hash brown casserole. I realized I didn't tell you what the food was, but hash brown casserole is my Titanfall. I love potatoes with my whole entire life. And what better way to have potatoes than in hash brown form? That's my potato of choice. And a hash brown casserole where you got the tater tots. Do you guys do hash brown casserole at your
No,
gatherings?
I'm very interested in this though.
Oh my gosh.
Very
It's
interested.
so good.
I love a hash brown.
It's quite literally like little tater tots. My family does it like little tater tots. Actual some people do like the hash like mix, you know what I mean? Like the ones you get at Waffle House with like
Yeah.
the bowl. But no, my family does like the actual tater tots and it's just a bunch of cheese. Unfortunately, sometimes people put onions in it, which is not the move for me personally. But it makes me think of home and like nostalgia, which is the original Titanfall. It's also like a shareable dish, that was a multiplayer exclusive game, first Titanfall. And so I don't know about you guys, but I'm not eating a whole pan by myself, at least in one setting. Not to say I won't go back, but that's what makes me think of my favorite casserole in one of my favorite games of all time, which is Titanfall.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
Thank you. Patrick, did you have
Yeah.
some time to mull over your
I
choice?
did. I have a
Take
new
it away.
choice. I realized what I was gonna pitch, so I've chose green bean casserole, and I realized what I was gonna pitch just sounded
yeah.
too similar to my last thing. So
Mhm.
I've pivoted a little bit, but I'm sticking with green bean casserole.
Mhm.
And so what I chose here is because for me, actually, before I go into this, who here by show of voice likes a green bean casserole?
No.
That's a
Depends
no.
on how it's made.
Depends on how it's made.
I
Okay.
can go for it if it's good. If it's not, then I won't. Which
So-
is kind of all
Too
food, I
crunchy.
guess.
Patrick, have we talked about green bean juices on this podcast yet? Because let me tell you,
We did.
not
I'm
a
gonna
fucking
go
fan.
actually.
This is serving my narrative greatly. So, and this, I think, Kayla, I'm interested to hear if you agree with me on this because I have a inkling you will, but I'm not sure. Green bean casserole to me is something that I don't know why we keep trying to make it a thing. I've never had a good one. It's always like the juices are a problem. I feel like for me, a green bean, the only green bean casserole that I've ever had that I liked wasn't green bean casserole, like that we all are picturing right now. It was like a variation, a remix on green bean casserole that wasn't wet. That's the problem. Green bean, like a wet green bean, I think is a failed green bean. I think we need a green bean to be crispy. We need a green bean to be hard and in a nice like roasted capacity. And so for me, I'm like, yeah, why are we still trying to make this a thing? It needs to be reinvented. It needs to be taken back to the drawing board and try to do something different. And to me, ever since the year like 2006, that's Mario sports games. Like it's been such a long time since a
Yeah.
Mario sports game has hit, and it's there though. The ingredients are there. There's something that can work, but it just all it does is disappoint. And when they show us a new trailer for a new Mario sports game, and I'm like, oh, maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the year I take a bite of green bean casserole and I like it. And then I take a bite and I'm just fucking disappointed again. And I feel like we've been on this road with Mario sports games for a while.
I agree. I think that's really good. They should just stick to what they know. Like it should just be let's reinvent the wheel that already is present, aka the best Mario sports game, Super Mario Strikers. Instead, they try to give us some weird half-ass like not functional option that was trash instead of just re-releasing the OG.
Like the fact
so
that
yes, I agree.
the fact that the Nintendo Switch Online version of the GameCube one is just better than the Switch version in literally every single way is crazy to me.
Yes.
Hold on. Can we talk about the fact that the Mario Tennis on the GameCube is still no, sorry. You said Strikers. Mario Tennis on the GameCube is potentially the greatest sports game of all time.
It's a great fucking game.
Just in
While
why is that game so fucking good?
There's something in it.
Yeah. Almost as good as Strikers, but not
Sure.
quite.
Steve Nintendo
for me
out there
personally.
not listening.
He
You know
should
who
be.
is listening? John Megabonk.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I still need to try that. Cayman, you've played it. You enjoy
Jesus
it, right?
fucking Christ. I was talking to our friend Josh about this and was like, he was like, I can't play the game anymore. Like I have to stop because and I was like, it's a problem because I've got it on the Steam Deck. And I'm like, oh, I'll just take this to bed with me. And I looked at it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, it's been 2 a.m. and I've made no progress doing anything because the game doesn't matter. There's no progress to be made here. It's just fucking Mega Bonk. And like, is it going to be on my game of the year list? Yes. A bajillion percent it will be in my top 10. Where? Probably close to the top. I'm not kidding.
Something else that I want to take to bed is a good old dessert, which is where we're gonna go next. And I would love to hear what desserts you guys have picked because I think this is where my family shines personally. Like I love going to the kitchen and getting a full plate, second plate of my main course and my standard meal. But I also love getting a smorgasbord of the dessert plate. Like I love going back for that dessert mixture. And I just love how it's socially acceptable to just like get as like you can get a big slice of each thing, you can get a little slice of each thing. Lots to choose from here, but I'm gonna go with Jordan first. Jordan, what dessert are you bringing to bed with you?
Me and that cheesecake. I make love.
Yes. Amazing.
So like I kind of talked about, the appetizer is, broad appeal. You get a little bit more narrow when you get to the main course and the sides. Like you're going to be getting into little camps and the different genres and stuff. We're talking about the video game metaphor there. Dessert, you kind of bring it back open a little bit, like more mass appeal, maybe not as much as the appetizer, but still like enough to more people will enjoy it. It's also just a time
Yes.
to unwind. You know, all the main course is done. Maybe you got some coffee with you. You're just like kicking back, relaxing afterward. Um, Sorry, almost sneezing there. Uh, so I went with Mario Kart World specifically because you can do the free roam stuff, which is
Hmm.
not as much of a chance of like actually getting into a fist fight after dinner, with the blue shells and everything
Yeah,
else
yeah,
that
yeah.
Mario Kart entails. So, but you know, like you
That's
can
fair.
drive around, you can see the cows and get your costumes and try to do the little tricks and whatever else, and like laugh when you mess it up and pass a controller, all these kind of things you can do like in this game to just kick back and unwind. Just chill,
I love
let
that.
the
I like
food
that.
settle.
You honestly, Jordan, can I say you just opened up the dessert category for me, and I'm reconsidering what I was thinking because I like what you're
Okay,
thinking
okay,
about dessert right now.
Yeah.
do it.
Is it just a, are you thinking a plain cheesecake? Is that like the move for you, or any sort of toppings on your cheesecake? I love a good strawberry cheesecake personally, but I think this could be go either way for you.
So short story time.
Okay.
When my wife and I had first gotten married, I for some reason I was like, I had this random idea of like I want like a tiramisu cheesecake, and I knew like I kind of come
Ooh.
up with it like on my of my own volition, but I was like, surely I'm not the first person to think of this. There's gonna be recipes, and of course there were. Um,
Yeah.
at this point in our early marriage, we did not have a blender in our possession.
Oh no.
I had to like hand mix the Neufchâtel cheese for this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I still have functional arms. That was a nightmare. But it turned tiramisu cheesecake slaps. So
That sounds really
I can't
good.
believe you
I had
invented
another
tiramisu
one.
cheesecake.
I know, right? It's
Wow. We're so
crazy.
creative.
Yeah.
On the spot.
2015 was a crazy time. And
Wow.
if it's not that, then I would also go with one of my buddies I used to work with. He made like a sopapilla cheesecake. Excellent.
Ooh.
I'm not a
Ooh,
cheesecake
yeah,
girly,
yeah.
and I've tried
I'm a cheesecake
throughout my
girly.
life to come back to cheesecake and give it another shot. I think for me, I there is a disconnect in my brain for cheese being dessert, like
Interesting.
that because like there are things that'll have like cream cheese in it too, or like a cream cheese icing.
Mm.
Can't do it. I
Oh,
despise a
Interesting.
cream cheese icing. But and it's like anytime I go to like a coffee shop or whatever and they're selling cinnamon rolls, I always have to ask, is this cream cheese icing, or are you like me and you're one of 5 people that prefer vanilla icing on a cinnamon roll? Like, of course it's cream cheese icing. What are you talking about? I'm like, fuck, I can't buy this. I want it so bad though.
Is there cream cheese on this cinnamon roll?
Exactly.
No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm about cream cheese
I
and
do.
cinnamon rolls right now. Sorry,
Good cue. Good cue.
I need to stop.
I love cream cheese and cheesecake, but I also understand. I'm a savory girl. I love a savory dessert, a savory anything. Cayman, what sort of dessert are you bringing, rounding out your Thanksgiving meal with this evening?
So I went back and forth on this a lot. The selection was
Hmm.
easy. I went with pumpkin pie. And the
Yeah.
choice of what game I wanted to choose was the hardest part. And the reason
Yeah.
that was because I was split between a world in which I wanted to go with something that felt comfy and cozy. Because to me,
Hmm.
that is pumpkin pie. You're after Thanksgiving, you plop down on the couch, you're very full, you got one last plate in your lap, and it's pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
But then I was like, what does pumpkin pie stand for to me? And it is a dish that you do not get ever. It is a dish you get one time a year, and that's at Thanksgiving. You do not get it at any other celebration. Cheesecake is one of those, no offense, Jordan, that I can have year round. It's a year round dish, but pumpkin pie is very specific of this holiday. So I thought, what's the most fall game? What's the most
Mm.
autumnal game that comes to mind for me? And this is where I got stuck. Went back and forth on a couple options. I'm afraid to say what options those are. I don't think that anyone here is going to have that. So I'll tell you the games I thought of. I thought of Concrete Genie as a great fall
Mm.
game. I thought Wild at Heart was another good, comfy fall game. But I landed on the most fall game of all time, and that is Night in the Woods.
Oh,
as
yes.
my
Ooh, that's a
pumpkin
great-
pie.
My man.
A beautiful, story-driven, kind of cozy, and there's a lot of reasons why I think that this is pumpkin pie to me. Is because it is kind of comfy in a way of like it's relaxed. You're not really stressed about a lot of things. There's an overarching mystery going on, but it's very driven of story. A lot of social commentary, which reminds me a lot of conversations that would typically be taking shit hammered at my wife's home or my wife's parents' home. Drunk social commentaries and growing up and talking about times that have gone past. And I think if we think about Thanksgiving, obviously we think about Thanksgiving, we're like, oh, it's all about thanks and blah, blah, blah. But like, I genuinely believe we don't say thanks a lot at Thanksgiving. We tend to do that more at Christmas because we're getting gifts along the way. Thanksgiving to me is more just like getting angry at other people for not like siding with me on social events. Well, obviously I'm right and they're wrong, so I should be angry. I'm justified in this. But Night in the Woods, I think, is a perfect example of that, of this feeling of just like acknowledging that, like, as we get older, things aren't always going to be great. And pumpkin pie is also not always great. It's a very delicate dish that you can fuck up very easily. And so that is it. That concludes my Thanksgiving. It's just a nice, beautiful plate of Night in the Woods.
I love
Amazing.
it. And much like deviled eggs, all the spices and seasonings are there for it to be done year round. We just don't do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And I thank you for saying that that's rounding out your, because later I will ask you guys to go back through your list. So after when we conclude. So be prepared.
I would like to say though, I feel like deviled eggs, it's not just a Thanksgiving thing. I feel like it's just a holiday thing. So like, I feel like 4th of July, deviled eggs are coming out. I feel like anytime
Easter.
big cookout type thing, deviled eggs are coming out. But you don't just have deviled eggs on a random Sunday evening dinner.
That's true.
Eamon does.
And I guess
I'm thinking more like brother. I do.
Why is there never
just
enough?
wanted to take a moment to speak
There's
out on the
never
fact that
enough.
like pumpkin spice is not a thing. Okay, like that's just a mixture of other spices that can be done year round. Does not have to be a fall thing. Okay,
I didn't Haterade.
I'm just saying.
Drinking the Haterade.
It's not haterade. I'm saying have it year round. Don't make
I
it
see.
exclusive to the season.
Got it. Thank you.
Your pitch sounded like you were just hating on people that like pumpkin spice.
I was
No, not
concerned
at all.
for a moment.
No.
I'm just joking. I'm joking. Patrick,
Yes.
have you had time to mull over your dessert options?
I have,
Okay.
I almost pivoted, but I kind of like what I had come up with originally with pecan pie as my choice, which happens to be my favorite of the desserts for Thanksgiving. I really liked Jordan, your kind of like coming back to it. Maybe it's like a casual having a little coffee with it. But I am breaking down the dish of pecan pie, and this one was one that I struggled with, kind of like how Cayman struggled. And so with pecan pie, for me, like if I'm thinking of pecan pie, it's like very nutty on the outside and then that really sweet like goo on the inside. And so I am bringing to the table Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, which is a game where like it's kind of all over the place. It's very nutty. It's like a weird, if you don't know the plot, you're this young kid who gets taken into this like magical realm to try to save your mother. But at the core of the story is a really sweet tale. That is, I think, so good and moving and really fun. So yeah, I'm saying Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch is my pecan pie Thanksgiving game.
Love it.
That's great. I've never played that. And I've also never played Night in the Woods, even though it's like something that I know I should play. It's like right up my alley. I know.
You would enjoy Night in the Woods, I think, more than Ni no Kuni, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try it too.
Yeah.
Great game. Very tough though. In the first
I was gonna say,
10, 15 hours is quite fucking hard.
You lost
If
me
you're
at
going to
15
play
hours
Ni no
first.
Kuni, don't do what I did and pick up the second game on a whim first, because the second game's combat is like 16,000 times better than the first game's combat, to the point where I can't play the first game.
I don't agree with that. Jordan and I have gone back and forth on this our entire relationship.
We have.
I don't agree with that at
They're
all.
very
but
just different
They're very
gameplay
different.
type, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have to
Um,
pick up both. We'll have to
I will
see.
say though, the one thing, a knock that I do have against Ni no Kuni in the year 2025 is, I mean, it came out in like 2013, 12, 11ish, somewhere in that realm, and there is something about it that is a little lost to time for me, even though it's only been a decade, in terms of the engagement of its battle system. The first one specifically, it's not as engaging as the second one, but I still prefer it to the second one. But I think that's just because I prefer the story of the first game to the second one.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am rounding out my meal with a good old classic dish that is apple pie. I love an apple pie. I think it is very versatile. I think that you, depending on who brings the apple pie to the function, it could be much different. You can give it the old crisscross on the top. Some people don't do that. And I feel like it's always like whoever is bringing the apple pie to the function, I feel like it's always prepared with love. Like I feel like it's normally my grandma who's just like she's really put her whole like everything into this apple pie. And it like I said, it has a lot of variations. It's very cozy. It's approachable. I feel like it's a pretty like entry level dish. Maybe not for everyone, but I feel like for the most part, you would enjoy an apple pie at the function. And so with that, I'm going to be. I also went kind of like came in as well, like what kind of game feels fall and like feels of the season to me, and that is Stardew Valley is going to be my apple pie dish.
Great
Um,
choice.
and I think it's a great way to end the evening with just like kicking back, relaxing. You can get a little sweaty if you want to, you know what I mean? You can go in the dungeon if you'd like. For the most part, it's going to be a way to unwind and relax at the end of the night. So that is my dessert of pie,
Nice.
Stardew Valley.
I love it.
And I, like I mentioned, would love for if we want to go ahead and wrap up the food discussion. Thank you guys for all bringing such lovely options. I like how we all kind of took a little bit of different inspiration and like different approaches to our meal. But I'd love to hear everyone's meal rundown. I can go first. So I brought deviled eggs as my appetizer, and I picked Hades 2. I picked turkey for my main course, where I went the Call of Duty franchise as a whole. A little dry every year. And then I did a hash brown casserole with Titanfall. And I did apple pie as Stardew Valley. So that is my. I feel like that's a pretty good Thanksgiving meal.
pretty good.
Especially all of
It's a
ours
great
combined.
Thanksgiving.
Jordan, run through your meal that you brought, the games that you associate with them.
Yes, my rolls represented in the form of Quiplash 2. My ham was Control. My broccoli casserole was Metroid Prime Remastered. And my cheesecake, Mario Kart World.
Incredible. I like that meal too. I also, you guys in the comments need to vote whose meal you would eat. Which meal, rank which of our meals you would eat from scale of 1 to 4. Patrick,
yes.
what meal did you bring and what games were associated with it?
If we're just talking about who's gonna eat the meal, my meal's shit. But the game selection, not bad. I started with cranberry sauce, the jiggle physics of the Dead or Alive franchise. It could be volleyball, it can be the fighting game, it can be Venus Vacation, whatever floats your boat. Is going to be jiggling on that table. The turkey, I did a duo of to represent boring ass, dry ass, dumb ass turkey. This year's game of the year contender, Split Fiction. It's like grow up, people. But a fried turkey, you drop that thing in the deep fryer, give it some
Wet.
juice. That's It Takes Two from a few years ago. And then my green bean casserole, I said, is Mario Sports. It's time to reinvent the wheel. And then my dessert of pecan pie with Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch.
Yum, 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 yum. Cayman, what are you bringing? What are we playing?
All right. So, for my appetizer, I'm bringing forward Pigs in a Blanket, which doubling up on 2 different game styles in one with Cult of the Lamb. My main course is chicken, and so for the double A of the poultry world, I decided to bring along Saints Row to accompany my chicken selections. For my casserole, I chose sweet potato casserole, which for the game I went with Lollipop Chainsaw, which is a sweet and sugary mix up on the tried and true classic of just a normal sweet potato or a game like Devil May Cry. And then for dessert, which ends my meal, I brought pumpkin pie with the most autumnal game of all time, Night in the Woods.
I love it. Very strong
Beautiful.
across the
Beautiful.
board. Well, folks, I couldn't have us end our Thanksgiving episode without talking about what we are thankful for. We're about to get sappy up in here. Okay, we got to end out our night with being a little sappy in regards to what we're thankful for. I know Cayman mentioned like most of the time you're getting thanks on Christmas. If you celebrate around like typically you're giving gifts, saying thank you. So a moment of reflection as we are approaching a year of this podcast, which is
Yeah.
crazy
Yes.
to think about. A year in January. Who knows? Maybe some exciting stuff planned for that. You'll just have to keep your eye out on the Discord. But with that being said, what I wanted to talk about is what I'm most thankful for is the community that we have built together and the wide array of folks that have found us one way or the other. Don't know why they want to listen to us every week, but
Come
somehow they do.
on.
And I think it's just really cool to see like how much we have grown as a group as well. Like listening back to, not that we were ever like bad together or didn't mesh well, but it's really cool to look back and see like how much our dynamic has evolved, like as a group doing a podcast together as well. And the group that has grown around us. And we've had like members of the community come onto the show. We've had like co-hosts like Gianni and Shay, Phil, all sorts of people join our various like network of people, which that's what we wanted to do in the first place, was like bring together our retrospective things that we do in the gaming world and have an outlet to do that together and kind of join forces. So I'm really thankful for all of our people in the Discord and all of our extended universe, our Dido extended universe. But what do you guys have? Jordan, did you have anything you wanted to share? And it can be anything really, like gaming community wise. There's a lot of doom and gloom and down in the gaming community, but if there's anything that you've seen that's shown a light on your perspective on the gaming community, any games in particular that came out this year you're really happy that you got to play and that left a big impact on you, or just something from the community in general. So.
Yeah, a few things came to mind. Like, definitely am thankful for all of you all. Like with Dido itself, like our
Just us four.
little, or yeah, just you three, nobody else. No, because I mean, like giving me the opportunities that I didn't really have before, as far as being on podcasts and stuff. You know, I'd only barely started my own content creation for a few months before like Patrick invited me on to Spotlight, and then eventually on to JK Games with you all. And so like, it's just been so great to continue getting to know all of you and kind of, you know, learning and growing because of our collaborations together. So very thankful for that. Thankful that like at this point now, like both of the kids have been getting into gaming in some way, shape, or form. Like, I think I may have told the story at some point, but like, man, my wife and I went on our 10-year anniversary cruise back in April, and I came back and like my son had beaten like some of the end game stages on Mario Wonder that are like insane. He was Yoshi, but it's still, even as like the non-damaged characters, those levels are impossible. And I was like, dude, I couldn't even do this. And like I've been usurped. My own authority as a father, as a gamer, has been usurped by a child. And then
That's
like,
really funny.
Just a very, very brief plug. I did put up one last video last night on like the whole like the Metro Prime series as we're leading into the Metro Prime 4, and like I'm so thankful that it's actually coming out, that it's real, it's happening. As of recording, it's happening next week. By the time this launches, it's gonna be a week from the day this launches. And like going through the footage as I was getting the video together, I was like, I cannot believe this is real. I cannot believe that like the last time I saw something like this was 2007 on the Wii, and
Sure.
now it's like 4K glory. You know what I mean? So it's like
120 frames.
yes.
Wow.
Get a load of
So-
this guy. What are you thankful for? A video I just posted. This fucking guy, I swear to God.
So I'm thankful for Kayla and Cayman and specifically.
That's all. Just us.
Yeah. No.
That's really cool. I'm sure it's really fun to get to see like your exclamation point kids kind of grow into their like gaming things. So I love that so much.
Yes, like we were just playing gingerbread game last night, which is their term for Sackboy: A Big Adventure, because he
Sure.
looks like kind of like a gingerbread man. So
I could see that for sure. I could actually. That's the first game I thought of when you said that. Patrick,
Yeah.
are you thankful for anything this season? Do you want to tell
Nope.
us how much you love
Next.
us?
Just kidding. No, I am. It's been so cool especially the last few months with the
Yeah.
Discord, and like have a busy day or whatever, and I'll look down and it's like 82 notifications on the Discord, and it's like people that none of us here. It's not Jerica or Josh or Jake either. It's just 4 or 5 people in the community just like talking about whatever for like hours in the Discord. And it's like, it's so cool. Like, I love that we have such a supportive audience, and I'm very thankful for that they stick around through our bullshit. But like, we can self-deprecate, but like we do good shit. And it's like
We do. Yeah, we do.
I think we are slowly but surely building a place for us on the internet, and seeing how many people have stuck with us from launching about a year ago, it has been very cool. But then also, like, on the personal side, it's been like the worst year of my life, and so the community has like, it's been really cool that like this has worked, and it's not like 6 months in it's like, well, Dido fucking sucks, we failed, and now it's dead. But then, like, on the game side too, like, it's been such a good year for games of just like cutting out the world, don't worry about my troubles, and like I'm like 155 hours into Hades 2, and I just like and like there were so many games like that this year of like being able to just throw yourself into and get lost. So that's been the stable of games for 2025 has also, I'm very thankful for, because it's been a lot of really good shit.
for sure.
I love it. I love it. I'm glad we can make your year just a little bit better. Just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Just a little.
But Cayman, what are you going to round us out with? What are you thankful for our audience, community, gaming in general?
These are all good questions. I dislike most of you.
Yeah.
As
Whether
you
it's
should.
on the team or in the community, you guys know. So I'll tell you a little story about this time last year and where we're at today. So this time last year, I just got out of the hospital. Over Thanksgiving last year, I wasn't allowed to make the trip that we normally make for Thanksgiving. My father-in-law actually stayed back and stayed with me because I needed help getting to the bathroom, to bed, to do anything literally I would need. Like, I had to have assistance. I couldn't walk by myself. I was having difficulties and troubles just finishing sentences, and things weren't great. We started Dido up, and my introduction to the community is this dude in sunglasses who is stuttering a lot and is having a lot of difficulties, and I wasn't showing up in a lot of content. Now that hasn't really changed too much. Maybe the showing up of content, because the wear and tear does take its toll. However, the progress that's been made from last year at this time to today is dramatically different. And
Yeah.
I have to say, I put a lot of that on you guys. And so, what I'm thankful for the most is Dido itself and the people who make up every single aspect. Whether it's the fact that if I can't make an episode of Spotlight, and having someone like Gianni or having someone like Shea, join in, or someone else from the community, when we hit a whole stretch where Jake just ran the show for a while. Having that moment, I think, is like having that support system, I think, has helped me. Because I
Yeah.
think if I were to be in a world in which it was asked to step back in 100%, I would have to have stepped back entirely. And so you guys gave me a safety net to be able to come back in. And the truth is, we still have a long road ahead of us. We still don't know what's wrong. We still don't know what we're doing. But the progress we've made from within this time frame has been incredible. And I put a lot of that on you guys, of just like the help and support every single week. giving me the time I need, giving me the support I need, giving me the boost I need to make it through. And so obviously I love the community. Obviously I love all the things going on. Obviously I love to see Microsoft's downfall. Obviously I love these things. I've seen the comments in the fucking, I've seen the comments in the chat. You know, obviously I love these things, but the truth is I am most thankful for the people that are around me 100% of the time. And that is you guys. And so we don't have Jake, and we don't have Jerica, we don't have the rest of the group here, but to you guys, I would say that I'm just very appreciative of everything that you've given me, the patience, the kindness, and all of that. And I can't wait to have another Thanksgiving episode where I probably say the same thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well,
get used to it.
Yeah.
thank you.
Bitch.
Or else. Yeah. We cannot be serious.
No.
We can't. No, and from the bottom of my heart, just thank you to you and the community at large. We love you guys.
You listening right
Love y'all,
now.
man.
Yes, thank you, Cayman, and everyone for being very vulnerable. And I thought this was a lot of fun. And so,
Me too.
if you guys feel inclined listening here, this has also been a really great opportunity for you guys to share what you're thankful for. And I guarantee you 100% of the comments will be very serious and touching, and not
Yes,
at
yes, yes.
all a joke. But this is just the beginning of our holiday themed content that you will be getting here at Dido. So keep your eyes peeled for many a schedule and an upcoming, like Jordan mentioned, we have Metroid Prime Beyond 4. Is that the okay.
I'll take it. That was close. That was close.
It was close. It was close. Lots of content with that coming and more. Lots of things to be thankful for this year. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.